Most people chase wealth as if it were salvation. They measure their lives by what they own, their houses, their gold, their land, their possessions. But the Stoics knew a truth most men never discover. The more you own, the more you are owned. Epictetus once said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." At first, it sounds like clever wordplay, but look closer and you will see it is not clever, it is devastatingly true. What do men call wealth? A great estate, a chest of gold, fleets of ships, armies of servants. Yet notice, every treasure carries a chain. The house must be guarded, the gold must be protected, the ships must be defended, the servants must be fed. What you think you own soon begins to own you. A rich man builds higher walls for his mansion, but he does not sleep. He drowns in fear, fear of thieves, fear of rivals, fear of losing what fortune gave him. His riches do not free him, they enslave him to his anxieties. The poor man envies the rich, but the rich man envies the free. Alexander the Great conquered half the world before he was 30. He possessed more wealth, more land, more armies than anyone alive. And yet, Alexander could not conquer his own hunger for more. He was restless, unsatisfied, driven by desires he could never silence. He died young, not a master of the world, but a prisoner of his endless ambition. Now compare him to a man like Diogenes, a philosopher who owned almost nothing, living in a barrel, clothed in rags. Alexander once stood before him and asked, "What can I give you?" Diogenes replied, "Step aside, you are blocking my sun." Imagine that, the most powerful man in the world offering him anything, and Diogenes only wanted to be left in peace. Who was richer? The man who ruled nations but could not control his own cravings, or the man who had nothing yet lacked nothing? This is the paradox the Stoics lived by. Possessions are not wealth. Freedom from possessions is. Because fortune can strip away anything external. A fire can destroy your home. A thief can steal your gold. A ruler can confiscate your lands. But no storm, no thief, no emperor can steal contentment. Seneca warned that it is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor. And this is why the richest man is not the one who piles up treasures. The richest man is the one who, if stripped bare of everything, still stands unbroken. The illusion of riches is powerful. Money buys comfort, but not peace. Comfort belongs to the body. Peace belongs to the mind. And the body is never satisfied. Feed it, clothe it, crown it with jewels. Tomorrow it will demand more. But the mind, when disciplined, learns to want less. It discovers that happiness lies not in adding possessions, but in subtracting desires. Look at the world around you. Men trade their lives for coins. They sacrifice their freedom, their sleep, their families, all to gather wealth that time will one day scatter. They labor for decades to pile up treasures they cannot take with them. Death strips a king and a beggar with the same hand. What use are riches when the grave swallows all? The Stoics saw this clearly. Marcus Aurelius reminded himself each morning that palaces crumble, coins lose value, and even emperors are forgotten. He ruled the greatest empire of his time, yet he wrote, "Receive wealth or prosperity without arrogance, and be ready to let it go." Even at the height of power, he knew fortune was not his to keep. This is the secret few understand. Fortune lends, but never gives. She can crown you today and strip you tomorrow. The man who clings to fortune will live in terror of her moods, but the man who depends on nothing she offers cannot be touched. Think of the chains hidden inside possessions. A man buys a grand estate, and with it he inherits endless duties, repairs, servants, taxes, rivals scheming to take it from him. He thinks himself free because he is rich. But look closely. He is not free, he is trapped in invisible chains. Now picture another man. He owns little, yet desires little. His food is simple, his clothes modest, his sleep undisturbed. If fortune strikes and takes what little he has, he shrugs. Nothing essential has been stolen from him. He remains himself, untouched, unbroken. Who is freer? Who is richer? The richest man is not the one who has filled his vaults, but the one who has emptied his soul of need. There is a kind of wealth no thief can steal, no tyrant can tax, no fire can burn. It is the wealth of a steady soul, disciplined desires, and a mind in harmony with itself. This is the fortune the Stoics treasured, the fortune no emperor could bestow. And here lies the final truth. The more you need, the poorer you are. The less you need, the richer you become. Because the man who needs nothing cannot be bribed, cannot be threatened, cannot be conquered. He is untouchable. Ask yourself, what owns you? Is it your possessions, your reputation, your endless hunger for more? How much of your life have you traded away for things that will not matter 100 years from now? The crowd will tell you wealth is abundance. The Stoics whisper that wealth is freedom, and freedom begins when you can look at fortune and say, "Take it back, I do not need it." The world admires the man with gold in his hands, but the Stoics admired the man with peace in his heart, because peace is the one treasure you cannot lose, the one empire you truly command. The richest man owns nothing, because nothing owns him.